New week, new vlog. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's bright and early. It's 7 a.m. and I'm on my way to Pilates. I'm going to do a reformer Pilates class. There's a studio literally just around my corner from where I live, so it's kind of perfect, really. I checked my Oura Ring stats this morning. It tells me that I had a good night's sleep, not optimal, and I know the reason for that. But yesterday, my activity levels were showing like screaming red at me because I basically sat down all day and edited last week's vlog. I didn't move. So on immediate thought with the Oura Ring, I can't give much away at the moment because I've only been wearing it, you know, pretty much for like 5 days. But on immediate, it kind of like, it's a great tool to keep you accountable for doing things, i.e. moving. Yeah, like movement, walking, activity, exercises, that kind of thing, going to bed at the right time. Those things, they're just like prompts, really. So I kind of like that about it. So I thought, I'm booking myself into an early morning Pilates because it starts the day off well, moving, and I'm at my best early AM. That's my productivity level time. So hopefully it's going to be a great class. Morning. So that was a really nice class, but I seem to have lost quite a lot of strength. Now I'm just going to go back slightly, a little bit, because at the beginning of this year, I had a shoulder injury. I don't think I've mentioned it on any vlogs, or just maybe slightly, but it's been a thing that I've been talking about on my Instagram. And I thought it was a frozen shoulder because I did so much research. I watched a million YouTube videos. I couldn't lift my arm up more than this, and it was just progressively getting worse. And I went to see a therapist who I've actually been working with ever since it first happened. He told me to go and get an MRI, which I did, and they couldn't see anything. They could just see fluid around the joint, which is kind of normal anyway. So there was just nothing abnormal. So that was it. That was my frozen shoulder. That's what I thought it was. You know, with the frozen shoulder, there is the stage where it starts to kind of like hurt and get painful. Then you go into like that freezing stage, and then it's just completely frozen. And with me working on it every single day, it was just, I don't know, like it was getting better. I was doing my exercises. I was using a few antioxidants. I was using my red light therapy. I was using castor oil packs. Like, you know, it's been a thing since January. And I think when I was talking about my mindset on my vlog last week, that really contributed to me taking my focus on everything that I was doing else, and I was just focusing on this horrendous pain that I was having. I mean, I couldn't even get dressed in the morning. It was so painful. So roll on quite a few weeks of me doing my exercises, working, you know, doing all the things that I was doing consistently. And my therapist said to me, I don't think that this was a frozen shoulder at all. I do genuinely think that you tore your rotator cuff, because I couldn't even put my arm up. Now, it's slightly painful when I've got my arm to my bra here, but I couldn't even put my hand behind my back. I mean, it was so awful. But with all the work that I've been doing to it, it's healed. So that stopped me pretty much doing any kind of reformer-based exercising, yoga, all the things that I really, really love. And yeah, that in itself is like a mental thing that is just quite, I don't know, like it just gets you out of your routine. Anyway, so this morning is the first time I've been to reformer since all of that happened, since I reckon like October or November last year. And it was really nice, but quite a kick in the teeth because it was really difficult. I've lost a lot of strength, but with consistency, we're going to get it back. I put a daily reminder up on Instagram every morning, and they're normally, well, 9 times out of 10, it's to motivate myself. Like, I do it for my Instagram community, whoever follow me over there, but it's more if what I'm feeling that day is probably how I'll choose the daily reminder. And this morning I wrote that consistency is more important than perfection. And that's what I'm going with. I'm using this week to reset myself, reset my focus, get back into the ways that I was living this time last year. I've never felt better than I was. And I think that slight mindset shift, that pain that I was experiencing, my motivation went, and I found myself just in not the best place mentally. But I don't know what it is. Like, I feel normal again today. I don't believe in all the kind of like Mercury retrograde things. I've never been that kind of person. But there has been something weird in the air lately. So I just feel like a big cloud's lifted from my head. So I think it's a lot of me and maybe some other weird university things going on as well. But that's where I'm at. And I feel amazing for doing that class this morning. So I haven't got any raw milk. What a surprise. I'm really bad. I've got to get myself back organised. So I'm just going to use almond milk. I'm doing my smoothie, my morning smoothie. Really, really focusing on that protein. It's the same as my one that I did last week on my vlog. Just protein powder, frozen berries, banana, collagen, colostrum. Going to put some adaptogens in next. I love a bit of lion's mane during the day. Just really hits that focus point. And if you didn't watch last week's vlog, I take the 8 Nutrition Organic Lion's Mane. You only need 1 gram. So this pot, it might look small, but it lasts you forever. So get some good kitchen scales. Mm. 10 out of 10. Favourite part of the day. The skies are blue and the sun is shining. I absolutely love my apartment when the sun shines. You can see the sea. It's just, I don't know, there's something that just hits different about a morning when the sun is shining. Please let this be a sign that spring is on its way. We are all in need of some very, very good weather and warmer temperatures. Yeah, this week's going to be quiet. I've really just gone through my diary and cleared May of quite a lot of activities that I was going to do in London. I need to focus myself being on home and getting back into a routine, finalising things on my website. It's nearly half a year has gone, and this website should have been launched in January, and it's still not finished, and I've got to get my head down with it because there's just a lot of intricate things that need to happen behind the scenes with links and copy and all that kind of stuff, which I've just been putting off, basically. Like, it's all my fault. I'm shooting some video content for the website and I still haven't done that yet because the weather's been so awful. In actual fact, I need a day like today, and every time we go to do it, it's been pouring hard with rain, and I need to get May is my month of getting these things organised. So I've cancelled quite a lot of things in London, and I'm going to just be at home focusing on me. So I hope that I can get into a routine with the vlog of doing much more food content for you, do some recipes. I can do what I eat in a day and those kind of things, and just be much more in control and doing the things that I actually love to do. Because when I'm out, I quite often struggle to eat, and I'll just pick bitty things and maybe not eat for a certain amount of time until I get home. That's what I choose to do, and I'm okay with that. But it doesn't make for great, kind of what I eat in a day, because I'm just shoving everything into the end of the day. So that's what I'm doing in May, just being more focused on me, getting back to what I love doing is my routine, my sauna at home, my sauna on the beach, my sea swimming. Now the weather's a bit better because, again, something I struggled with mentally through the winter was getting in that sea, because you need to be on top of your game to get into a freezing cold sea when it's freezing cold outside. Last year, 23, I was so good with it. I was mentally like, this is what I'm doing. I can't punish myself for it. I've just got to recognize it so I can get back on track, and that's exactly where I am as of today. We're coming into May this week. It's just crazy, but isn't this sun amazing?
Come on, soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun.
My redness, but this is what you get when you go to the sauna. It's one of my favorite things to do. I don't normally go midday, so it was a bit of a weird time. I kept thinking, oh, I need to like do emails, I need to get home, and I'd much prefer it 8:15, but our sauna here in Brighton is getting so popular now that this is the only slot that I could get this week, so I need to be a bit more prepared and pre-book. But I love that feeling of like that super hot into that freezing cold. That cold plunge was 5 degrees today, and you just feel like the most empowered person when you leave, and I've just got all this kind of energy running through me now. It's quite incredible. But yeah, I've put on the screen my protocol for the sauna, and it's how I kind of like work out my heat to cold ratio, and then always ending on the cold, because your body keeps burning fat and that kind of thing afterwards. Not that I do it for a weight loss thing, but that actually is like a thing. It's like a scientific thing. So that's why that's my sauna protocol. I really dream of one day having my own sauna, my hot sauna, red infrared sauna, and cold plunge at home. This is such a huge goal for me, and I know one day I'm going to get it, but I'm not quite there yet. But that's going to be, it's like having this little wellness space in my own home is something that I massively strive to have. But we will keep working towards those, because you've always got to have hopes and dreams and goals, because that's just what keeps you driven, I guess, in life. I'm walking home now to go and have some lunch. Just assembling my lunch, and I have got some short grain brown rice. In that, I'm going to put a can of the Ortiz tuna. It's considered one of the best, basically, because it's high quality, it's got sustainable sourcing, the company uses traditional fishing methods, that kind of thing, and it's all packaged in BPA-free tin. And I get these they're kind of like pre-portioned sizes. It's in olive oil, but I drain the olive oil off. This lunch is just a really simple go-to for me at the moment. Lunches are just weird. They're just I don't want anything too fussy. I don't want to take hours over making lunch. I just want to be able to eat nutritious food, hit my protein levels, which I'm really focusing on at the moment, and obviously make sure that it's whole food, following my diet, sugar-free. I've also got some bone broth boiling on the hob, and to that I will add a couple of boiled eggs. This is a lunch, like it's so simple to prep because you can do the rice at the beginning of the week, have that in the fridge, and then you can also boil lots of eggs up, keep them in the fridge, and then obviously just all you need to do is just assemble it. Rice, get out the tuna, and yeah, it's simple and quick. In actual fact, it's one of my favourites to kind of like take as a packed lunch. Because again, I could just eat it on the go, no fuss. And this whole bowl, this lunch, gives me around 41 grams of protein. So I've had 50 for breakfast, 40 for lunch. I'm already at 90 grams of protein for the day. And there's more protein in this bone broth, and there'll be collagen in that as well. So it's very nutritious, very skin food friendly. Bone broth has become my new daily kind of go-to. This is homemade chicken bone broth, which is just got carrot. It was cooked with carrot, onion, chicken bones, and just boiled for a long time. So it's got all the collagen, the good fats in it. So yeah, that's going to be my lunch. It's really good. Fuss-free, literally takes seconds to make. That's all we need, right? Really good. Really good. I actually thought I would sit down before I get unready for the day and talk to you about my Oura ring and what it actually is. I got a lot of messages from last week's vlog. I've also put it on Instagram, and I wanted to just explain what the actual thing the Oura ring is, and I guess why I bought it. So if you don't know, this is the Oura ring. This is what it looks like. So basically it's a smart device, and it uses the sensors inside to track various health metrics like sleep stages, heart rate, heart recovery, body temperature, activity levels, all those kind of things. And you attach it to an app. Here is the app. And every morning I wake up and it's telling me my readiness for the day, how I've slept, and what activities I've done, I guess the previous day, but at the end of the day, if I check it, it's checked that day. I purchased the Gen 3 Horizon model in gold, and it's just smooth gold. I chose it because I wear all gold jewelry, but they have silver, they have like platinum, rose gold, and I think they have like titanium black. So there's something for everyone. It's a really great thing like that. I guess it's along the lines of like a Apple Watch or one of those Whoop things, or you know, like these kind of like health trackers. Like that's what it is, and it's very personal to you. So when you first get it, you have to wear it for exactly 2 weeks whilst it calibrates to you. It gets to know you. So it's knowing my sleep patterns, it's knowing my recovery rate, it's monitoring my heart rate, those kind of things. On initial thoughts, as I said earlier in my vlog, I think from my own point of view, it's going to hold me accountable for exercise, moving my body. I'm okay with the walking, Pilates, slower based things, but I want to start doing a lot more strength training this year, and I want to get fit. I want to start running. I'm not a gym bunny. I'm not someone that like automatically wants to exercise, even though I used to be a dancer. It's weird, but I think just from my kind of like mindset thing, it's really going to hold me accountable. I love it that you can add a workout. So it doesn't automatically track you working out. It tracks walking, outdoor running, indoor running, that kind of thing. So the walking and running is already built into it. But there's a part of the app, if you go onto the home page, if you press this little cross at the bottom here, these kind of pop up, and on it you can add a workout. And then it's already got walking as a default, but it's got more workouts here, and basically it's got everything. So because I'm on this kind of Pilates journey at the moment, and I'm going to be doing it 3 times a week, I'm going to add my workout, and I think that it will get to know me, and I'm hoping that it, you know, I can learn more kind of metrics about myself. It actually took me 5 months to buy this. I wanted to buy it last year, and I put it on my Instagram, and so many people commented on that post just to say, you know, there was loads of pros and then loads of cons. Loads of pros of I absolutely love it. It's held me accountable. I feel so much fitter. I've sorted my sleep patterns out. You know, I've managed to just feel overall better from having the Oura ring on my finger. But I had a lot of cons, like the constant EMF that's going into my body from wearing the Oura ring. Like that was a big thing. Being chained to another app, that was another thing. And there are so many apps in my life. But and another one was that it actually made them start being a bit more aware about things that probably isn't there. And that's one thing that I'm worried about. You know, am I going to start worrying about things that I perhaps didn't worry about before? My sleep right now, like every single day I've woken up, I've been in the optimal range. I do feel like someone that has my sleep absolutely nailed. I think the good thing about my sleep is that I never eat too late at night. I'm not someone that eats sugar. I'm completely sugar-free in my diet. So before bed, I'm not even tempted to eat sugary meals that's going to elevate my heart rate. I sleep on my own, and there's nothing to kind of move me in the night or keep me restless or wake me up from like my partner snoring or something like that. So my rest is really good. My deep sleep has been really good, and that has been absolutely consistent since I've bought the Oura ring. The other thing it does is it's partnered with the Natural Cycles app. So I've downloaded the Natural Cycles, and I can monitor when my cycle starts, and it tells me the phase that I'm in. Like right now I'm in my ovulation phase, so it tracks fertility. It tells you when, you know, you should use protection, when you don't need to use protection, that kind of thing. I don't have a partner, so that's, you know, not anything that I need right now. And the other thing is that, you know, tracking my fertility is a chapter that is gone for me. That's not of interest for me. But I think what's going to be interesting is just keeping an eye on my cycles going into my perimenopause and menopause chapter, because that's next for me. So right now my period is incredibly regular. I know pretty much to the hour when my period is going to start, but you know, when those things change and perhaps they start becoming a bit more sporadic, I can monitor my temperature on my Oura ring. So if I start having night sweats through the night, I can just build a pattern. And in actual fact, I can just start having like spreadsheets about my life. And I don't know, like I'm kind of into that. I like that. I like being in control of myself. I completely lost control at the beginning of this year. And I've just learned at 45 years old, I need to know where I am and how I'm feeling. So yeah, to be able to gain this incredible information about myself can only be a good thing. The other new feature that popped up during the week, and I think it's probably because the ring's getting to know me, it started to calibrate, is that I can check my daily stress. So right now it's telling me that I am relaxed, but it will show like peaks and troughs of stress levels through the day. And am I that interested in it? I mean, not really, but it was something to keep an eye on. On when I went for my sauna, obviously that was I put my body through stress. When you do cold plunge and you do sauna, that's the whole point of it. Like some stress is good for the body. It helps, you know, recovery and repair and cell regeneration and all of that. So it's not something that I'm hugely worried about tracking, but it's there. My heart rate is there, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm really happy that I got it. I'm at that point in my life where I'm in this wellness journey, this longevity journey. It's exciting to me. I'm obsessed with it, and this can only be an asset to that. So, am I pleased that I got it? Absolutely. And do I recommend it? If you're like me and you want to check your wellness, you're on a longevity journey, you're not like, you know what, this era is about me, this chapter is me and feeling well, and I want to know all the kind of like stats and data about myself, 100% buy yourself the Oura ring. Now, on that note, I got a lot of questions when I actually received it about whether I needed to pay tax when it arrived. No, I paid £500 for the ring. I think I paid £15 postage, and it came no taxes whatsoever, and it actually came really quickly. But what I will say is that I chose not to buy it with the ring sizer, and that's a definite. You need the ring sizer, because I assumed that my ring size was 6, because that's what all my other rings are. These are a 6, these are a 6. But when it came, I didn't take into account the inner workings of the ring, and they don't make it that clear on the website. So if you're watching this and you want to buy it, take my advice, buy the ring sizer. It came really, really quick, and you get a box of all the different size rings, try it on, and then just as soon as you input into the computer the size that you want, it ships it out. And I think it came within 4 working days. So that is, it was a really seamless process. Setting up the device was seamless. Just download another app. There is a subscription. I got my first month free. I can't remember how much it is thereafter. It probably won't be over £5. And just to note that the Natural Cycles app too is £5. I don't necessarily need that Natural Cycles app, because I don't need to know when I need to use protection, and I also don't need to know when I'm fertile. I track my period anyway on an app called Flow, which I pay for. So I've cancelled that subscription now, and I've just moved on to Natural Cycles, because I like to know what phase I am through my cycle, because that also helps you in the way that you feel. It helps you if you are going to be wanting to definitely with activity and exercise, you could be like, okay, I'm on my follicular today, like I feel awful, or I'm on my luteal and I've got no energy, and those kind of things. It's great for cycle analysis. So that's what I've done. And yeah, I'm not sure what else I can tell you. If you want to know any more, ask me some questions. I will do a lot more research on it and let you know and answer you in the comments, I guess. But for now, it's still calibrating. It's still getting to know me. And let's see. I will obviously update you most vlogs about my activity levels, my heart rate, my sleep, all of that kind of thing. All my health metrics, I will make sure that I'll include as much as possible. But yeah, like I said, it's a really, really great device. And all those cons aside, it's, for me, a real, real positive in my life. Good morning, guys. Just got in the car. I am about to drive to my manager's house. She lives around about 2 hours away from me, so I've got a bit of a long drive. And when I get there, we're just going to work together for the morning, and then she's taking me to Petersham Nurseries for lunch. If you don't know about Petersham Nurseries, do check it out, because it is just like the bougiest kind of garden centre ever. I've been there a few times, but with a brand, so we've eaten dinner and it's been like a set menu, and I've never been able to actually go and order off the menu myself, but it's all just produce that's kind of grown there. I think it's just me, very whole food, lovely place to eat. And yeah, it's like a garden centre. You can buy plants and seeds and things like that there, but that's going to be really nice. And then we'll go back, do a little bit more work, and then we're driving into central London, because this evening I'm actually really excited about this. I'm going to go to a talk at Waterstones it's in St James's in London, and Dr Chris Van Tullekin is going to be there. If you don't know who he is, he wrote the book Ultra Processed People, a book that, I knew about ultra processed food before. This is something that my dad has been going on at us about since the 80s, really. Margarine was, I think, one of the first kind of things that they started to make into this ultra processed fake food. And he brought an article home and just made my sister and I read it. And I must have been, in the 80s, I would have been around 7 or 8 years old. And it's always stuck. So for me, the way I live and the way I eat my diet, in answer to a lot of questions from you, yes, I have always pretty much been like this. But I think the ultra processed food revelation has started from Dr Chris Van Tullekin. He wrote this incredible book. Of course I read it. a long time ago. As soon as he released it, I read it, and I put it on a reel once. That reel went viral. I think it's got like 3 million views on it now. Go back through my Instagram, have a check. But and on TikTok too. And I think so many of you actually bought the book, read it. And when people say to me, how can I start an ultra processed food free diet? How can I do this? And I say to them, read the book and then come back and tell me what you think, because he kind of writes it in a way that Alan Carr did with his Stop Smoking. He has this method of keep eating what you're eating whilst you're reading the book, and then when you finish, then think to yourself, do I actually want to put that food back in my mouth again? And it's an incredible way of training your mind to think a certain way. So yes, read the book, please read the book. I'm definitely linking that in my description. It's an eye-opener, and if you don't want to believe it and think about food that way, that's totally up to you. But I do think that you'll think maybe twice about some of the things that you put inside your body after knowing this very factual book. It's facts. He is an NHS registered doctor, and it's incredible. Very good. So he is talking about his book at Waterstones this evening. My manager and I are going to go. I'm hoping to get to meet him, have a chat with him. Let's see if I can actually do that, to even just get a little quote for him for this vlog. But that's my day. I'm going to put my directions in my sat nav now and get on my way. Whilst I'm driving though, I'm going to listen to an audio book. Let me find my Audible app, which I've just signed up to. Another app. So many apps in my life. What am I going to listen to? I got it ready in my library. I'm going to listen to Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. He is kind of like this Instagram sensation of mindset and business skills and all those kind of things. And his first book, Crush It, I didn't actually read, but he's kind of updated it. And I think it's more on the lines of like what I'm looking for, because I've already started. I've already got my social media set up, obviously, and everything. And I love to learn about business tactics and how to, grow my brand, because if you watch my vlog, a few vlogs back, I've got big plans for my future when it comes to my business. And I'm just really hoping to hone my skills in order to bring you the best kind of content. And I think that's important. I've got, my wellness down. I've got all those things in my life together, and business is always something that I need to work on. A creative is never that good at business. So, with self-development, it's always kind of like business led. But I've got this book. I'm going to listen to it on the way over my Bluetooth. And yeah, that's it. I guess I'll see you when I get there. Oh, I don't know if you saw this email. It's from Cowdrey House, and I got invited to like a gut health thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I'm away in France.
Oh, I did see that email.
Yeah.
I saw you reply being like, oh.
I know. Nicola Russell, the retreat will have everything from in-depth glucose monitoring to specialist advice and guidance in one-to-one sessions with Nicola.
What's the brand?
I think it's Cowdrey. Like, they basically do these retreats, but they do Wim Hof cold plunge, personal training, morning yoga, sound bath and food demonstration. I'm absolutely gutted, but she's replied, there are additional retreats taking place, so let me come back to you on what's possible. Yes, otherwise we can look at a stay for you separately and see what we can arrange with Nicola and the wider team for the gut health element.
Oh my god, that would be
Oh my god, that's amazing.
good.
Okay, I need to reply to that today. This is the lengths my manager goes to make sure that I eat well at her house. No, I'm joking. This is exactly how she eats as well. This is where I get most of my inspiration from. She's the healthiest wellness coach around. Look at those eggs.
They're not as good as Grain Drinko, but...
Yeah, no, we don't do whipped scrambled eggs every day. Who does that? But look at this juice. This is the best. What's in it?
That has got celery and lemon, but it's got like a little bit of watercress in that was in the fridge, but that'll just be really good for detox. Oh, I couldn't remember if you had any, if you did like other green veg or not.
Yeah, I'll juice anything if I can.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same.
Actually, my favourite is adding parsley, cucumber, with the celery.
Yes, I love putting herbs in. Wait, do you see I've got like a little veg garden I'm growing outside that's got all my herbs in.
This is what I need to do. I really want to do it. Amazing.
But yeah, I'm like desperate to start like growing herbs and stuff, so just because I wouldn't eat the veg, like I wouldn't grow veg, but I would have like, I want like endless parsley, like mint, like all stuff like that.
I think I'm a bit scared to do it just because I'm not sure how difficult it is. But I was going to start doing my own sprouts in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what these are, those little contraptions. The white, like it holds the thing upside down so it drains water.
I think I've got one in my Amazon basket and they look like containers.
Yeah, they're like upside down. Like you turn them upside down and the water drains.
I think I'm going to do that because they just go off so quickly. Like I'll buy the sprouts and they're not cheap.
No, not cheap. You can freeze them. But £5 and then I've got unlimited sprouts and like a little like tablespoon will do the equivalent of like a packet that you buy.
Yeah, that's correct. And how much was this pack?
6 or 7 quid.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Yeah, it's so much cheaper.
I get the sprouts from my Speed and Sprout organic shop near where I live, and the box of sprouts is like £4.95.
Yeah.
And it doesn't they just don't last very long in the fridge.
No.
So I love eating them, but the upkeep of it is
I'll
intense.
do like radish ones, I'll do like broccoli ones, like you can mix it up yourself.
Okay. I did watch a YouTube video on this woman doing it in a kitchen. She made it look really nice. Oh, it's so nice. They're like antiques. Yeah. Oh. Oh, they have Carrier Frere. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yes, my colleague's behind. Come this way,
Thank you.
Here.
Thank you so much. Amazing. Thank you.
So these are pearls for you.
Oh, that's mine. Thank you.
And the latest cup. You can have with the cucumber.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Eat. Wait, I've got to take a picture of it. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Is it good? This is like blown my protein diet out of the window today.
Don't worry, I add this one in. That was really good.
Oh my god, it's so good. So good. Hi, there's 2 of us.
That's 1. And 2.
Thank you. There's your book. Okay, ticket and book is there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Oh, it's beautiful.
Where should we sit?
At the front, like I'm class swap.
Please help me welcome to the stage the incredible Chris Van Tullekin and your host, Izzy City.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this beautiful church.
Lubricant or car air freshener or any of these other things.
Right, go. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Have I got a way of the biggest food companies in the world, Kraft, Bisco and General Foods. So the big food and big tobacco were the same companies. And they took all the flavour molecules, the literal flavourings they'd been putting in the cigarettes, and they started putting them in the food.